it lets me. Oh, yes. Okay. I think we are recording. Okay, so we just got off our leadership call and we were talking about Amanda started a Google Classroom. How many of you are familiar with Google Classroom? No one? Okay, super simple. So basically, if you're not a teacher, you haven't used it. But it's really simple. We give you a code. If you go on, and I can actually, well, I'm not going to get into that now, but you get a code when you go on to where, like, you go onto your drive on Google. If you hit show more, I think it is, there's a classroom button. You go in there, you enter the code that we give you, you're entered, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of different units. But basically, we started talking about that, and then we were talking about the Fit Bod Squad. So the Fit Bod Squad, we have a whole bunch of different units for different workouts and different workout programs. So T20 on there. My gosh.
Lift 4,
like a whole bunch of different programs that are on Beachbody. Thank you, Jess. That are on Beachbody on Demand. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure all of the units are in there. And we're going to share, Amanda's going to share the link. It's the F&Q, I think, on the Beachbody website, and you're literally going to copy and paste. So whoever wants to help us out with this, great. If not, there's not that many. We're only going to do a couple each. And we are going to be able to tag all of our people who are signing up with either the $39 package or a challenge pack to the unit that they want to do. There's also going to be a like a multi-program. So some people like to jump around. I've ever done that where, I do 2 days of Transfer 20, 2 days of 21-day fix. So we're going to be able to tag people in the program that they're interested in, or just kind of give them the opportunity to like shop around per se. So we were just talking about that. Do not forget to check your downline. It is Wednesday. Did I add anything else about that, Jess? Anything?
No, I mean, you covered it. So we were saying, so once we create the units, we were saying maybe in the beginning of the month, we would do a poll to see what people are doing. So then we could create mini groups off of that. So if a lot of people are doing Lift 4, then they can be tagged in those units, and there's their support and their group there.
Yes. And that's also like the opportunity to kind of have, we don't really do challenge groups just because we offer everything. Like, this is our opportunity to have challenge groups in the Fit Bod Squad. So we were just talking that there's, I think, like 4 or 5 of us, like probably on this call doing Lift 4. So if they're all doing that at the same time, you have your little support group for Lift 4. And you also have the support group from the ongoing Fit Bod Squad conversation. So I think that's a great idea. Amanda, I was just telling everybody, kind of giving them like a sneak peek on the classroom that you're starting. Super easy to use. Not a lot of people have used Google Classroom. Like I said, if you're not a teacher, you probably aren't familiar with it, but it's so easy. And that's basically an opportunity to give your coaches the opportunity to give them to do the units. So it's there if they want to do it. No one's really going to be checking in on them. Like Amanda said, you said last week when I had asked about like the homework and stuff, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. If you're going onto Google Classroom and you're signing in and making that effort, you're probably going to do the units and the homework and watching the videos and everything like that. So
just to like chime in for a second, so like for example, Krista is a coach in my downline. I messaged Krista and I was like, okay, I'm going to tag you in a unit. I couldn't even tag her. I was like, I'm going to send you screenshots of how to get to unit 1 in Anchored by Fitness. And I was like, let me know what questions you have. I sent her the screenshots the next day. She's like, okay, so I already finished unit 1. And so she took it upon herself. So like, you'll know right away who's committed and who's not committed, because they'll step up to do what needs to be done and ask the questions that they need to be, to have answered. So I think it will be really good. And I know a lot of you are not teachers, and I know a lot of you are not familiar with Google Classroom. So I think what I'll do is, before I roll it out to the rest of the team, we'll have maybe we'll do like a day where, I think we talked about this too on the Level Up call, where I'll train you guys on Google Classroom, and I'll let you all in a week before we let everybody else in. Like, you'll be students, even though you're not doing it. So you can get familiar with it too. So when you have coaches, you can see how it works, what they'll see, and all that other fun stuff.
It's really easy.
My 10-year-olds do it, so
Yeah, just like on Facebook where you like tag somebody. So if you have a question for me or Amanda, or your downline has a question for you, they just do like the @, start typing in your email, they come up, and it's the same thing as Facebook. So it's super user friendly. You can submit assignments and things like that. It's kind of like where you hit done on Facebook, you're just submitting something. Who gets those notifications, Amanda?
So
Like if
me.
someone submits an assignment.
So if someone submits an assignment, as of right now, I'm the only teacher in it, but what I plan on doing is coaches who have a coach in there, when somebody has a coach in there, I'll add them as a teacher of the classroom. I don't know how many teachers can be in charge right now. I put me and Jenna as teachers in charge, but I'm assuming if it's made for classes, you can have multiple teachers in there.
I would think so.
Right?
I've only ever done it with two
I've done it with up to 4.
Okay. So
I don't know, but I've done it with 4 teachers because like I did it with like 2 teachers and 2 class aides, so everybody had the same access.
Okay.
So we'll try it.
It'll work out. All right. So I think that was really just the housekeeping from the last call. Like I said, I'm going to keep this like short and sweet, but I kind of wanted to bring it back to the basics, not all the way back to basics, but I've really been, especially with this new opportunity with the $39 sale, I've been getting a lot more traction. Amanda, you were saying that the people that you're talking to want the challenge packs. So it's really kind of just no, not anymore.
So like I had some people that wanted the challenge packs, but then when I started saying like, oh, you can get this for $39, or like, oh shit, all right. And then, but I will say this, guys, don't be afraid to add stuff on.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been adding, just real quick, I did not feel comfortable adding on a $60 Energize Hub when they said they wanted to commit to a $39 BOD subscription. So what I do is I ask them for their email. Krista, this is going to sound repetitive. I'm sorry. So I ask them for their first and last name and their email. I make the BOD $39 subscription. It's going to come up 0 because they get the first 14 days free. And then what I've been doing is in the gear section, you can add in the portion control containers for $10. And then you can go to the performance supplements and you can add in a 10-pack of Energize for $17.95. What I've been doing is adding both of those in. It comes to like $27.90, I think it is. And then I send them a voicemail. I say, okay, so here's your link. Just so you know, I added 2 things additionally to your cart. You're more than welcome to edit your cart and delete it, but I just wanted to let you know what 2 things I added in and why I added them in. And then I tell them about the containers and why I use them. I tell them that about 90% of the programs follow the container system. And then I talk about Energize, how I love it because it's plant-based, natural energy. You don't feel like groggy and gross, and it's a healthier alternative to coffee. So I talk about all that. And I will say this, out of the 5 BODs that I've sold, I've only had 1 person take out the Energize. Everyone has kept in the containers. So even though it's only like 7 PV, like it's still PV. Like that's still 35 more PV than I had before. So
yeah. And I like because you can add the Energize without the stack. So some people are turned off, especially like Amanda just said. You have a $39 sale and then you're adding on another $90 and they don't want that. So I've added the Energize, and she actually canceled it and got the UPF challenge pack for $245, but it happens. Excuse me. So, is what it is. But a lot more traction. I've been talking to a lot more people. I think part of it is just I've had more things to say because this is just such an easy sale. $39. People are looking for that summer quick fix. Not that it's a quick fix, but for them, a $39, like everyone has $39 to spend, especially, for health and fitness. So I've been talking to a lot more people. And I've really been thinking about the conversations I've been having and what have you. So I want you guys either write it down or on your phone. I want you to list 3, think of your best friend, okay? Someone that you're really close with. And I want you to write down or just think about 3, or in the comments, whatever, 3 to 5 things that you love about your best friend. And I will do it too. And I will put it in the comments or the chat, I should say. All right, so we good? All right, so I was thinking about, and this is true, I really started to think, like, what do I love about the people in my life? Okay, so then I was thinking about, like, my best friends. I'm, like, so close with my mom. So I was just thinking about, like, the characteristics of the people in my life that I love. My best friend, or my best friends, I have a few, are so supportive of everything that I do, whether it's friggin' crazy, ridiculous, like good, bad, ugly, whatever. They are there for me no matter what. They're always there when I need them, through the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, I have one best friend who I have been best friends with since middle school. We've been through, like, deaths in the family. We've been through graduations. We, like, everything. So it really got me thinking, like, that's the person that I need to be for my clients, for the people that I talk to. I need to be supportive, okay? I need to check in with them. Like, I've been starting my conversations. I haven't even been talking about Beachbody. I haven't even been talking about, any sales or any workouts or any supplements that I've been drinking. I've literally been finding something on their page, whether I just find it easier to start a conversation with teachers because they're more apt to answer me back because they see on my page that I'm also a teacher because it says that in my bio. I feel like sometimes when you randomly message somebody and was like, oh, like, I don't know. I was talking to someone the other day and she's so pretty. She has bright blue hair, like the color of my shirt. I shit you not, like bright blue hair. And I just messaged her. I was like, girl, like, I'm loving your hair. Like, it looks great. You rock it, blah, blah, blah. She probably thought I was fucking weird because I got a heart back. Whatever. I tried it, but you want to make connections with people. I've said this before, like, compliment them. Like, they want to be appreciated. They want to be liked. They want to be shouted out. Okay. So I'm really trying to hone in, and I'm not at Success Club yet. I'm at Success Club 2. I still have plenty of time, but I'm really trying to think of who I want to be for my people. And people don't want sales. They don't want salesy people. Once you start these conversations with them, you will see them following you on their stories. Like I've messaged like 10 people in the last couple days. The ones that have answered me and we've been talking, they've been following my stories. I've been a little quiet on my stories just because I've been sleeping, but it's going to happen. So
when you're not on your stories, those same people will message you and ask you if you're okay.
yes.
I like the past couple of days, I just like my Instagram is just like not working. So I just like have no patience for it. And there's this girl, her name is Ellie. She lives in the UK and I love her because of her accent and she loves me because of mine. And we just voice memo all the time together. And she'll like send me pictures of her outside of her house and I'll send her pictures and I'm like, it's really gloomy over here. And we like make jokes about Fahrenheit and Celsius because we both don't know each other's like measurements. Anyway, so she'll like the other day I wasn't on and she sent me a message. She's like, hey friend, I'm really bad at English accents. Hey friend, how are you? And she was like, haven't seen you on your stories in a bit. And like, she like was like very concerned about where I was. So, but this is someone that I know that eventually that if we continue to make a connection and stuff, like I would feel very comfortable. And I'm sure this is where you were going, Kate. Like I would feel very comfortable like inviting her to the coaching opportunity because I genuinely like her and I would want to work with her as like an equal on my team. Like I'd want to bring her on as like a team member.
Yeah.
So.
When I got home, I didn't do my workout because I just can't. And I was just like laying in bed and I came across this girl and she is in like the mental health field. I don't know if she's a teacher or, you know, whatever, but I was like mesmerized. She had an IGTV story on like mental health awareness and Mother's Day. And I'm not going to go into it, but I was just like, I'm literally going to message her and just say like, it was like a 5-minute IGTV. I watched it from the first second to the last. And people want to feel watched. They want to feel like, you know, you really care about them and you're not just following them for a sale. Because I mean, we've all done it and we've had it happen to us where people just follow us and right away they're like, hey, you want to buy my product? Or hey, like, you know, you want to try like, you know, essential oils? Like, you don't know me. Like, and that's what pisses me off. And that's why, honestly, that's why I didn't join Beachbody right away, because I had like 10 people a month messaging me. Like, I didn't even know who they were. And it was a turnoff. So I've really kind of been going back to the basics really and who I want to be for my people. I just got like 2 weeks ago, or longer than that. It was probably like a month ago. I was talking to somebody and I don't even know who initiated the conversation. I probably did, but you know, she was like, I'm a Beachbody member and I see you are too. And I have a coach and we were talking for maybe like a day, like on and off. And she's like, I want you as my coach. And I was like, well, you know, I'm not about taking people away from their coaches. And I was like, do you mind me asking why? Like, and she said, your personality, like we've talked before, like you actually like care about what's going on in my life. Like, I know she lives in Austin. She's also a mental health, she works with autistic individuals. Like, I know about her. So she called Beachbody and I said, listen, like that's on you. Like, if you want, here's my ID, like whatever. She called and I'm now her coach. We got on a Zoom call yesterday. I had fun. Like, we were talking for like almost an hour. And the other point I want to bring up is we need to meet people where they're at. It's so important. And I've done this, and I'm sure we've all done this, that we're pushing summer strong sale, boot camp, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they don't want that. Like, maybe they just want to try the shakes. Maybe they just want to try Energize. Maybe they, you know, just want BOD. Maybe they just want a nutrition plan. So it's so important to really meet people where they're at, and we will find ourselves a lot more successful. So, the other thing I wanted you guys to write down. So we did who we want to be, and now starting to the conversation, once you get past like the, hey, how are you? Like blah, blah, blah. What are 3 to 5 things that you love about this opportunity? Whether it's your program that you're doing, whether it's the community that you're in, what are 3 to 5 things that you love about this whole experience?
I have a typo. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm typing way more than 5. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on a roll. I just talked and I just lost my train of thought. All right, whatever. I forgot what I was going to say. All right, so let's see. Being able to help people. Yes. Inspire. Oh, well, I'm not going to type it because I can tell you guys. I love, first and foremost, the growth that I've seen in myself. So I started coaching for me, and it was selfish, and I'm totally okay with that. I knew that the accountability of people watching me, and, I wanted to make money and this, that, and the other thing. That's what I wanted. That's what kept me accountable. So everyone is saying accountability, motivating, inspiring, learning new things, meeting new people. These are the things that we need to tell people why we like Beachbody. And I never come out and say, I rarely use the term Beachbody. I don't use it. I either say like my home fitness programs or my nutritional lifestyle or whatever you're talking about, whether it's food, fitness, accountability group, boot camp, whatever. I rarely use Beachbody because that to me like just sounds salesy when people like used to say it to me. But these are the things that we need. It's so easy for us to write all these things down. It should be just as easy for us to say that in a conversation. Like, I like this opportunity because of X, Y, and Z. I like, my home fitness program because I can walk down my 6 steps, throw my sneakers on, turn my TV on, and I'm done in 20 minutes, where it would take me 20 minutes to drive to the gym. And then I would work out for an hour and a half, not know what the fuck I was doing, go home, and not feel satisfied because I wasn't seeing those results. So I really I just find it, I have more success talking about the workouts. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just the people that I'm talking to. I tell people I've never paid for a trainer just because I couldn't afford that shit. You have trainers for 20 minutes. You have trainers for an hour, however long that you want. Like, you need to find those specific things that you love about what you're doing. And we're products of the product. We need to sell it. So hold on one second. I'm sorry. Mike's picking up my prescriptions. Hello? Hi. I'm sorry. I'm on a call. Okay. All right. I'll text you. All right. Bye. Sorry. You sent in to pick up prescriptions and like, didn't think it was that hard. Okay. So, any questions on any of that? Or I have a question for you guys. What are some recent conversations that you've had that are going well? Anyone want to share?
I'll share.
Shoot.
So I had one, I mean, I know the girl, we're not close, but I know her. We're acquaintances on Facebook. She reached out to me, so it's not me reaching out, but she told me that she found me motivational, inspiring, and she was asking me about the 39-day special. So we just started talking, and I was asking her where she was at, and she was really honest with me and said that, you know, she needed those 2 weeks free because she had to wait for her paycheck to even sign up for the $39. So, you know, we were just being honest back and forth, and, you know, I shared with her, you know, my own struggles signing up. And I said, you know, there's no pressure. I'm here for, you know, whenever you want to start. And I actually bought the containers for her and sent them to her once she signed up for the 3-month bod, because I felt like a connection. You know, she's a single mother. She was being so honest with me. So I threw that in for her and I mailed it to her. So she should be getting it soon. So I'm interested to see how that conversation comes back around. But
so she doesn't know that you got them for her?
No. I sent them. I did I typed up a letter for her and I sent it to her, like welcoming her to the team. And, you know, I told her that, you know, I'm with her on this journey and I wanted her to have these containers because she said she was struggling with both fitness and nutrition, but she couldn't afford to do all of it. And I said, well, you know, the nutrition is built into each program, so you can do it. You know, and she made it clear she couldn't do more than $40. So I threw
That's
them
awesome.
in.
And it is hard. Like, you know, I found that, I'm not going to say a lot, but, you know, there are people that I've talked to that they're struggling so much and they can't afford it. And, you know, it seems like it's come down to like, do you want to feed your 3 kids? Or, you know, and a lot of the times, unfortunately, they are single parents. And, you know, the one I just signed up, she said, like, she's been telling me, I've been talking to her for a while. And she's a single mom. She's a foster care mom. And, you know, she said, like, I can't afford it. Like, it's too much money. I'm like, I respect that. But like, that's why I'm saying, like, meet people where they're at, because I reached out and I said, listen, like, we've talked so much and like, it's not all about Beachbody. Like, we've had conversations, and that's why I felt comfortable. Like, you know, Amanda was saying, you established that relationship. I felt comfortable to reach out and say, hey, like, I'm running a sale. I know you said money's tight. And I always say to people, like, I get it. Like, I totally understand, but I want to meet you where you're at. And I thought of you for this opportunity. And, you know, and that was really nice, Jess, that you did that. And I hope that you share like her reaction, because that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Anyone else have good conversations going? Except Ellie. I love that name. I'm super obsessed.
So I have, so I'm certified as a master coach for the Ultimate Portion Fix. And I'm in a December 2018 due date group for women that were due at the same time as I was. And there's this girl, we co-moderate a group together that has to do with like seeing what leaps your kid goes through developmentally, whatever. So she's been wanting to do something, and she has another, like, this was like her kid. She got pregnant with this kid when her other kid was 7 months old. So like they've got like 2 kids under 2, and the guy is working really hard, but she's kind of staying at home. And she's like, you know, I'm doing free workouts on YouTube. She's like, but my nutrition is just all over the place. And she's like, so we talked about the Ultimate Portion Fix. We talked about Shakeology. She just can't afford it. So what I did for her, and this is up to your discretion, you can do that. Like, Beachbody's not going to come and like, it's not like Big Brother. Like, no one's going to come find you and do anything bad to you. What I did for her is she just purchased the containers. That's all she purchased. And then we got on a Zoom call, and I told her I showed her how to calculate like her containers for her. And then she felt like she didn't belong in the group, which is like stupid. I like told her she could be in the group, but whatever. She didn't want to be in the group. She's like, I didn't like purchase enough. And I'm like, you're stupid, but whatever. So she is doing the containers, just the containers. And I took that time to go with her. Like I literally made maybe $2 off of that sale. If that, like, not even, that's horrible math. But yeah, so I made like no money off of that sale. It was just genuinely, I knew that she wanted to do it. And I know that later on down the road, if she ever wanted to do anything, we have a connection and she trusts me and she knows that I'll go out of my way to help her. So don't discount, like Kate's saying, like don't discount anyone, meet them where they are, because you never know when they are ready to fully commit or they want to try something new. They're going to come to you because they trust you. And that's what it's all about. Like, we're all in this for a reason. We're here to help people and we want that support and that accountability. You guys all literally wrote all that. We all wrote the same thing. So that's the important stuff.
Agreed. It goes a long way. It really does. I mean, especially when you help people out that can't do it. You know, I've talked to people that have said like, I can't do it right now, but you are the first person that when I get money, you're the first person that I'm going to go to. And, you know, I believe in karma. I believe in paying it forward. And, you know, something as simple as jumping on a call or, you know, sending people containers and, you know, showing them how to use it. Like, realistically, like, you can be successful with just the containers. I mean, shit, everything's on Pinterest. I mean, really, like, so not that I don't say that to people, don't worry, but it really is. It's true. Like when I started 21 Day Fix 2-3 years ago, I have a Pinterest page on 21 Day Fix and I was successful. So, you know, just meeting people where they are and, you know, it will help your business. Whether you have a commission of 50 cents, it will pay off in the long run. So that's really just kind of like, I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with you guys, going back to the basics, like not how to talk to people, but like what we want out of ourselves and just kind of like, just be real with them. And just, you know, we're here to make friends. We're here to help people. That's my number one priority. I didn't type that first, but it is my number one priority. And yeah, I'm losing my voice. So my tank's running out. Anyone else have anything to share? No?
I mean, I kind of do.
All right.
So I bombarded Amanda with a bunch of questions today. But as I was talking to her about it, because I was at work at the time, and I was talking to one of my coworkers who pretty much has like watched me from the beginning as well, just kind of already following my journey, which is literally 3 months ago now. And I was talking to her about like the $39 stuff, and she was like, oh my God, like that's it. Like, so even that, like I might have already gotten her on board just because like she has already seen my transformation of it all. But again, same concept, money is like tight with her. So, but once I like kind of explained it and like what she'll get out of it, like that just changed like the ball game for her. So like, even as you said, just meeting them with little stuff like that. So I'm already taking notes.
Yeah. And don't forget, I'm really bad at this. And I didn't do it today, but pretty much I've had it on my stories every single day, especially with a sale like this. You're going to reach more people. Like I just said, it's so inexpensive. For 3 months, people are like thinking like, crap, it's June. Like I'm going to the beach in 2 weeks, or I'm going on vacation in a month. They're thinking about that. So make sure on your stories, you are posting either the slides or you're talking about it or whatever. Even just a picture, like every single day. Like if you're doing your workout and you're putting it on your stories, type something really small in the corner and say, you can have this for $39 for 3 months. So, not everyone watches Instagram. Like I watch Instagram stories all the time now, but not everyone watches Instagram stories every single day. People are going to miss it. If you piss people off, they're probably going to unfollow you, and that's fine. You don't want them there anyway. But make sure you are posting this every single day and switch it up. Like I said, one day do the little blurb on the side when you're going through your library. If you do like a quick video of it, the next day do like the slides that are in the chat. Kaylee, I think, made the ones Jenna was saying. Those are really cool with the pool in the background. Then the next day, do a story where you're talking about it or going live or something like that. I'm really bad about going live, but I do talk on my stories almost every day. So find out what works for you. Switch it up. Remind people they have a couple weeks. It's June 12th. So
I do kind of like what Kate was saying. I do this a lot when I do my workout. I'll say like, I always, and like sometimes I'll just use the same one, like the same 15-second video twice in a row. So I'll say like, here's a sneak peek of my workout today, 4 times a week, 3 days off, 30 to 40 minute HIIT program. And then on my next slide, I say, and best part, like you could join me for the summer and it would only cost you $39. And then I make I make the poll sticker. And I usually write like, wait, just $39 question mark. And then the next one's like, sign me up. So I know that Chris, I know you're new, but anyone who's on this call that's new-ish or new, when you do poll stickers, don't ever put a negative. Don't be like, no, thank you, or no, thanks. Like you want traction either way. Like yes and hell yes, or like that kind of stuff. But that's like a simple way to invite someone and do your challenge group invite and like your workout post. And Krista, for the love of God, can you remind me tomorrow? I need to send you something called the business activity tracker, because that knocks off 2 things on your business activity tracker, right? So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. But that's a good tip. I love doing that.
And don't overuse the poll. I don't have a lot of people, like if I do it like every day or every other day, I don't have a lot of people, if any, voting on it. So people are going to read it and probably not vote, but just as long as it's out there in your stories, they will look at it. Like I said, if you annoy them, they're either not going to watch your stories or going to unfollow you. That's fine. Whatever. And I made a joke about it the other day. Like I like to put humor in my Instagram stories. So I said, I was like, shit, like I wish this was a deal when I started, when I signed up, wasn't $39. So, make sure you're just sharing. That's really all I wanted to say. I'm kind of beating that to death. All right. Anything else? No, it's bedtime, folks. That's what it is. It's flipping bedtime. Alrighty. Well, if that's it, I hope you guys have a great night.
Did you tell people to check their downlines?
I did. But once more, check your downline, people.
Krista, you don't have to worry about that.
Line. You will, though. Don't worry.
She signed up her first coach. It's her fiance, but Yay! She signed up her coach. So she's halfway to Emerald.
You got this, girl. One more. Believe in you. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to